this is gonna be interesting. This is my first follow-up interview. But you guys got new stuff out, don't you?
Um, not since we last spoke. But me and Jay are working on new stuff right now. We're bouncing back and forth whether or not we want to work on an album or just say screw it and just release singles. Because I don't know, man. Sometimes when you're making a full length album, it just I don't know, man. Sometimes it's a headache. There's
So,
a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of stuff you think about. You want to change ideas and switch this, but I don't know. We're kind of teetering still.
so I've noticed that first of all, you can release singles and then compile them as an album later, as long as you don't modify the audio file. You can keep the
Right.
ISRC numbers that are assigned to your file and then attach them to your album. You would just need to remove
Okay.
the singles from your distribution and then re-release it all together as an album.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
my first album, I released them a song at a time as I was making them, and then I decided that I didn't want them all listed as singles on my page. So I took them all down, copied the ISRCs, released them as an album, and then 2 months
That's
later released the second album. So
yeah. That's not a bad idea.
yeah, I mean as long as you don't modify the audio file, as long as you keep the ISRC numbers, you keep your spins and everything, like your views on YouTube, your
Okay.
streams on
Okay.
Spotify, the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was worried about too because I mean like I don't know if your streams and like your I don't know your algorithm or whatever the hell you call them would stay the same or if they would change. You have to recoup them up again somehow. So, but that is good to know though. That's
Yeah,
not a bad idea. Maybe that's something we can
all
use.
Yeah,
that
for real.
all that's attached to the ISRC number that's attached to the song.
Yeah.
So it's not a huge deal. Even if you release like a lyric video or something like that, that would
Hmm.
have separate views, but it would have the same like I guess it would be the same distribution plays because it all counts as the
Hmm.
same song,
Right.
even though the video part is different. So like if you, when you release a song, it just has your cover album and then the audio versus a lyric video is actual music video or music video that's an actual music video. All that stuff is compiled to your spins when you go for like vetting shit.
Right.
Pardon my French.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a better way to say that.
So good.
So
But that's good to know.
so we have the infamous Jay with us today. That's awesome. We missed
Missing an action last time, man.
yeah, we missed you. Still got the car cam going. I see. Quietest place in the house. Shave some of your beard off. A little bit colder. By the way, your weather made it down here. Y'all need to take it back.
Man, our weather's making it all over the place. It's crazy.
Yo, so like we had like a week and a half long cold snap with like it was like -20 with the wind chill, right?
Yeah,
So
it was negative
like that,
six here in Alabama.
man.
God, in
Nobody knew what
Alabama.
to do. Like we had like straight 3 inches of ice on every piece of concrete in the city.
You know what though? But I gotta say though, at least this Minnesota winter so far has been mild
Right.
because
Until the
Minnesota
weather.
winters, man, it's like we're talking like 8 to 10 inches of snow and including the -20. This one's been mild. I spent
It's been like a
$800 on a
cold
snow blower
fall,
and I ain't
man,
even
for
used it yet.
real.
Yeah, man. I spent all this money on a new snowblower. I ain't even get to use it yet.
Bruh, like some of those videos from folks like up in Wisconsin and Minnesota, like, yeah, we got 18 inches last night. We got another 10 to 12 coming in the morning. And I'm like, man, y'all keep that. I don't need none of that.
Man.
But
We
like,
gotta
you know,
spread the wealth of the snow, man.
we don't have salters. We don't have people with plows. We don't have
Hmm.
nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they was out with that you know the the big machine that you see in grading roads to be built. You know the
Mhm.
big 6 wheel with the blade on it. They had that cutting ice up on our main roads because that's all they had. You know what I'm saying? These cats thought they was doing something with a brine solution sprayed on like 2 3 days before the ice came in. And
Hey,
they
man,
Oh
up
man.
up here, you can make a hustle doing that, salting people's driveways,
mm-hmm,
shoveling. You know what
right.
I mean?
But around here, it it doesn't happen nearly enough for them to bother paying for the infrastructure to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, I mean, folks is still working in trades until like, January, February. We get a month of cold, and then it's supposed to be right back to 56 degrees come up Wednesday. It was 16 degrees today. It's gonna be in the 50s Wednesday. It's gonna be up to 60s when it rains on Thursday.
Yeah, we're expecting like almost 40-degree weather here this coming week. So
Right. That's ridiculous. It is.
And that's amazing to us.
hey, in Minnesota,
That
man, that's banana hammock weather. Shit.
Right.
that's
You
shorts
know what
weather.
I mean? Like
Bruh.
break out the swimsuit.
Like straight up, my kids went outside and got frostbite instantly. They're just like, nope, we're coming back inside. There ain't no snow, it's just ice.
Mm,
Where the heat is.
Yeah, it was. I'm talking about like they got mad at me because they've been Christmas break and then weather breaks and snow and all that stuff. They've been home like straight up like almost 4 weeks solid, and so like
damn,
they are just ready to be gone. They are ready to go back to school. They are ready to not be sick or because they had that real bad stomach bug that was going around a couple weeks ago,
man.
and that wrecked up everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they had that. Then they had this ice thing because the whole city is just done. And spring break, winter break. So they go back to school tomorrow. And if they don't go back to school tomorrow, I'm just throwing them out the house, and they're gonna stay out for 6.5 hours. Y'all can
Uh
come back in when school over. You know what I'm
huh.
saying?
Hey, go outside and figure something out.
Right?
Go find something to do.
There's a pool out there. It's probably ice on top of it. Get it off. Some. You know what I'm saying? Just get out of my house. I'm talking about. I was mad that they canceled school today because they didn't know if there were pipes busted or if any of the food survived because the school was shut
Oh,
down so long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what, man? I was just thinking about that, Jay. I remember like we didn't really have snow days in school, man. Like it could be negative
when we
30,
had
10
when we
inches.
had snow days, it was right as we was graduating.
Right?
Man. See, they'll
Ooh.
cancel school for any reason now, man. We had to truck our asses to school no matter the situation.
We watching the TV 5 o'clock in the morning, see if they cancel it. Be like, there you go, there you go,
Hell no, you
right there.
never saw Pat Henry on that damn thing, man. There'd be
Listening
a
to the
damn tornado.
radio on the way, just hoping they would call it.
Right. There'd be a
Right?
damn tornado outside. They'd be like, "Oh, we're still going." Like y'all are crazy.
I mean, I remember when I was a kid, like having to go fetch my brother because he was in the middle of a field trip during tornado season, and tornado came through,
Oh,
and we had to go fetch him because they weren't gonna bring him home.
Damn.
And like it was pouring rain, like the streets were flooded, we couldn't really
mm.
get through, and like I want to say like 2 hours later, tornado tore that whole building up. But
Do you get a lot of tornadoes
yeah,
in
bro,
your state?
I live in Tornado Alley, like
I
in
figured that.
2012, 2011, they said they had that string of 40, 45 tornadoes come through. You remember that in the news? Yeah, that's in my
Yeah.
backyard. Like straight up, we
Oh,
didn't have power for like 2 weeks because it raped the nuclear plant.
God, 2 weeks.
Yeah, like
That's
all the
nuts.
way from like
Whoa.
Fayetteville to like past Tuscaloosa, all power was down for over 2 weeks.
See,
Like,
Mm,
back in like 2011 or 2012, around that same time, Jay, you remember this too. We had one over in our neck of the woods in North
yeah,
Minneapolis. That was the first
hmm
time we've ever experienced something like that, man. I remember looking out the window at one side of the house, being like, "Oh, that wind's pretty strong." Then I go to the other side of the house and I see the neighbor's shed fly to the other fly to the other yard. I'm like, "Okay, I think I know what this is. You better get downstairs."
so like
But
y'all feel that way, but like I would ride my motorcycle home. You know what I'm saying? In 60-mile-per-hour crosswinds, because
Oh my God.
it just happens so often that you just like.
Just another day.
just certain things people are used to, man.
I mean, and it's like like I said, an inch of snow, we're done. Don't nobody leave the house. Milk and bread's all gone. You know what I'm saying? Like folks screaming snowmageddon. There's like 4 flakes of snow on the ground.
Snowmageddon.
I'm talking people just crashing their cars into other houses just for fun's sake. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Like there's a TikTok video that's going around right now from the Huntsville police officers out skidding in the at-home parking lot because there wasn't nothing else to do. because nobody could leave their house and they already out there. So they're just out there doing figure eights and stuff in the parking lot. And I mean,
Man,
like, if I didn't have 4 kids at home, and I mean, I got a big ass truck out there. I could go out there and do it. I just wouldn't be able to get back home. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And that's the problem. I'd end up in a ditch somewhere, and then I'd freeze to death because
Mm-mm.
I ain't got winterized diesel to gel up on me or something.
Man,
But yeah, that was,
But you have a fun time going out.
bruh. Like, I remember going out in like my little Datsun, like go every time it rains, you go out in the Costco parking lot and go skidding. The snow is just so much easier because
oh, yeah.
your truck do a little shimmy just going down the road. You hit a little ice patch. You know what I'm saying?
See where we're at, man. The snow gets thick. There's times you can't even get the hell out of your driveway.
Oh,
Man.
I couldn't get out of my driveway. Nobody could, but it was for a different reason. I got good tires and everything. I just couldn't get no traction. Even 4-wheel drive low, just spinning sideways.
Yeah,
Y'all was caked in that ice.
Oh yeah, it was bad, man.
yeah.
So
We
like,
we had a rainfall like that a few Christmases ago. It was nuts.
mm,
About 3-4 inches of freezing rain.
yeah. It's it. I mean, and again, it don't matter who gets freezing rain. You stuck like Chuck because there's nothing you could do about it. You know what I'm saying? If
Mm-mm.
the ground's under 25 degrees, salt don't even work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like, I got family in Chicago. I know how it works. I was taught how to drive in the snow. I went outside. I'm like, I can't walk to the trash can. I ain't going nowhere.
Mm-mm.
Cause don't,
right.
cause none of these people know how to deal with it, and I ain't trying to risk a $40,000 truck just going to the
Oh.
Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
that's when you got to Uber Eats it or something.
no, it's all
Right.
shut down.
Shit, they probably don't even want to be dealing with it. Now that I
So
think about it, they
like
might
my
charge you
wife
double.
works at the hospital, so we had to leave. I had to take her to work because inclement weather policy. When you're a medical professional, you have to show up, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
put them up. She got a hotel room that's right across the street from the hospital. She just stayed there for 4 days, and again, that's why I'm trying to throw my kids out the house 4 days straight. 4v1 is an awful match. Fortnite, kids, whatever. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no winning which way you look at it. But like I drove her out there, and I got a I got a truck, was able to make it, got back. So many people in the ditches, and I ain't stopping pull none of them out because y'all ain't paying me for that. You know what I'm saying? City come get you tomorrow maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You out hooning in your Dodge Charger and all your rims busted up. I don't know what to tell you.
Nah, I whip around in a Dodge Dart. I ain't helping nobody. I couldn't if I tried. I drive a stick shift, so like I can like control it easier in the snow.
Hmm.
But no, I can stick my head out the window and be like, shit, someone will see you soon, and then keep doing what I'm doing.
I mean, I'm all about helping people, but the problem is when people feel entitled to it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, like I'm the only one in my family with an actual truck, like an actual truck, and so
Hmm.
everybody's like, hey man, I'm stuck on this hill, come get me. Hey man, I ain't got no groceries because I didn't plan ahead for this. Come get me.
Mm-mm.
Hey man, bring me something because I can't leave my house. I ain't left my house in a week. And I'm
Hey,
like,
I'm in a ditch. You got a witch to come and get me?
I do, ain't gonna do it.
That's you're prepared.
Right, I do, ain't gonna do it though. And I mean, like I went down the street and there were people in my neighborhood driving sideways down the road at like 35, 40 miles per hour, out in front of my house. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to stop eventually. What's gonna happen? And then,
The only way you gonna stop is if you probably hit something.
oh yeah, they was in the ditch.
Right.
They was in the
They're
ditch
gonna
laughing.
find out.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna find out.
Bruh, it's
And if you
ridiculous.
don't know, now you know.
Oh my goodness. So, music in Minneapolis. Y'all get some shows yet? Y'all got some stuff going?
You know what, man? It's been pretty dead for the most part. Um, we can't. There's not a lot of hip hop shows around here. Like they have live music,
Mm-hmm.
like, but it's like live bands, sort of like that. Like
Yeah.
there's not a lot of hip hop spots. And the funny thing about that is that me and Jay were actually just talking about today, trying to find a music spot to work with a live band, but just doing our rhyming songs over live instruments.
Yeah, I got some homies that do that. If you want to look up the neighbors, it's a N.E.I.G.H.B.O.R.S. All of them dots. They actually have a seven-piece jazz band behind the scenes.
Whoa.
Damn.
Like I got video of it, but it was performed live, and I didn't have proper sound, and so it sounds like crap. But in person, it sounded really good. I just didn't get a good video of it.
Yeah.
But
The neighbors.
yeah, the neighbors.
So we got a song that we're working on right now, that's got like a live instrument feel. It's like blues mixed with hip hop. So
So
that's
it's
that's
blues.
probably a song that maybe we can like venture into and trying to find like some group of people that can kind of mock that sound live in a way. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
So here's the thing. I'm just gonna tell you as a music producer, don't try to copy the feel of a hip hop like a genuine hip hop song because that blues slash jazz feel, that's the essence of where hip hop came from. So even if
Hmm.
you fit into the shoes of the jazz song or the R&B song or whatever, and then you rap over it, it's still gonna have that same feeling. It's still gonna be right
Right.
there with it. You don't have to worry about it like emulating the style because it'll turn into its own thing.
Right.
So also for me, this is something I get to share with you guys. That right there? I don't know if y'all can see that. That is my first artist spotlight in person concert.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Jared Dawes. He's a country artist. He's from Picayune, Mississippi, or lower Louisiana, one of them places out in the sticks.
Hmm.
I ran across him the same way I ran across y'all, and he was touring around this area, and I was like, hey, I do interviews, I do setups, I introduce artists to people, and he was like, well, I'm coming to Huntsville. Can you set me up a show? And I was like, all right, bet I got you. Like 65-person venue, small, intimate encounters, and he gets to go and tell his story in front of a live audience, and we're
Hmm.
gonna video it, we're gonna show it off, same way we do these interviews, but he gets to have it face to face.
Right.
So that's kind of how I'm going to transition my my live interviews or the people that are local to me would be to get them small shows like that. So like I guess it'd be kind of like my version of a tiny desk where everybody is there and it's analog and it's not overly processed, but you're in there and you can tell your story and you can play your music and you can share how you feel and how you do it. And I'm gonna provide him with a string of questions and he gets to answer in between his sets. But like just from the promotion that we've been doing over this event, he's went to like 5,000 monthly followers on Spotify, and he's gotten like 4 or 5
Wow.
thousand views on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And he's touring other places, so I can't just take all the credit. But like just
Nah, take it all. That was all you.
right. I just but like just being a part of introducing people to music they haven't heard is a big facet of what I'm trying to do, and to be able to do it in person is super dope for me. So
Hmm.
like when I get the
Yeah.
studio done, I'm hoping to be done in like June or July. I have not officially announced anything. I told you about what I was doing
Hmm.
behind closed doors, but I haven't done anything official yet. But we're hoping like June or July we're gonna have that up and running. I want y'all to come down to visit, especially when it's
That'd be
summer.
fly.
When it's summer and it's hot and it's nasty and you don't want to be outside, just be stuck making some music.
Yeah.
Get you some dirty South music going. See how that feel for you.
Hell
All right.
yeah.
Gotta get some southern food too while we're at it.
Bruh, I got
Of
all the
course.
connects, man. I got all the connects.
I think we found our guy.
Like, I got a homie. She got a restaurant in the back of a gas station. Best soul food you ever had in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
I've noticed.
this is a place that you go when you're so high you can't drive. You just walk your ass to the neighborhood, go to the gas station, get you an $8 plate, and hopefully make it back home before you die.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
You're
that
like,
kind of
damn,
place,
now I gotta go back.
bro. That second trip, you just like, hey man, just get somebody to drive you, man. Just get somebody to drive you. Find somebody in the house that's good enough to get you there and back. I mean, it's 25 mile per hour. It's residential road. Just have one of your kids do it. It'd be all right.
Man.
I got 11-year-old. He'd love to drive the truck. Hey man, just get there. Man, I
You
don't
gonna
know
be
if
the
you.
designated food getter.
I don't know if you remember them days, but that's how I learned to drive. Was my pops was like, I don't feel like doing this. Just get in the
Yo, I
car and go.
I remember being about I had to be about 14, maybe 15. My dad had a pickup truck, and my dad was like, "Hey, you want to hop in the driver's seat?" Me wanting to be the big boy. Yeah, yeah, I'll do it. So I remember we were driving to one of my dad's friend's house to just like kick it, barbecue, whatever the hell. And I'm going down this road, and this is up north in Minnesota. This is like Bemidji, Minnesota. Jay, you kind of know where that area is, right? So that's
Man.
a rural area,
Sticks,
you know.
sticks.
So we're driving, and I'm going pretty fast, and my dad's like, "Yo, you may want to slow down. You got to turn right here." I hit the brakes way too late and turned too late. We went into the damn ditch, right?
Yeah.
So we went into the ditch, and I'm sitting there freaking out. My dad's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, that's all right. Don't worry about it." We weren't in the ditch too deep to the point where we had to get like pulled out. You know what I mean? So we were able to get like a couple people to come and help us to push the car out. But man, I felt salty as shit after that. Man, I was like, "No, you're never gonna drive."
Bruh.
Yeah.
So like, I learned how to drive on a 1985 Mitsubishi Mirage. It was a 4-speed manual,
Oh
had a
man.
1.5 liter 3-cylinder, and I lived on the steepest hill in town. My pops was like, "We're gonna put a new clutch in this car, anyways, you know. So why don't you go and learn how to drive a stick while we're at it?"
Hmm.
And I'm talking about I spent like an hour with just like a stick jammed between my ass cheeks trying to get this clutch to work. He's like, "Man, you just gotta go for it. Just go try it. Just go for it, man." No, 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 gotta do. We're gonna roll down the whole hill. We're gonna roll down the whole. It's like, just you. And I mean, like, he never gave me like reasonable advice, like, "Hey, man, just pull the emergency brake until you're ready to get on the clutch, and then let the manual start." He never told me any of that. He was just like, "Man, you gotta figure it out." You know what I'm saying? You gotta be fast on your feet.
Yep.
Gotta figure
You got
how that works. And
you gotta time that you gotta time that clutch right.
bro, I'm like, when I come to teach my kids, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, y'all, use prudent sense." You know what I'm saying? Think about what you're doing before you gotta do it. That emergency brake is there for a reason. It'll keep you from rolling. It's
Yep.
got a button. You just hold that button in. It'll hold you still. I
See
mean,
my,
He
hell,
my
was trying to hit you with that wax on, wax off.
bro, like figure it
yeah.
out till you figure it out. I'm talking about that same weekend. I learned how to put a clutch in the Mitsubishi Mirage, man. So like, I'm talking about I was scarred for like good 2, 3, 4 years until I was like 13, 14. My brother took me on his brand new BMW. And that was it. That was the thing. But we went to the bottom of the hill first. You know, we had to get on flat land before you do that.
So the funny thing about that is, I remember the first clutch car I ever had. I had I had a '95 Geo Prism, right?
Nice.
Okay, but listen,
Same
I'm
family.
I'm I'm too big for that motherfucker, man. I get stuck like Winnie the Pooh. So the car
Your
I had
pants just
before,
fall off when you get in the car, man?
yeah, might as well. If I ever break down, I can just Flintstone that son of
Shirt
a
this
bitch.
up here.
So so like I bought it for my brother because I was in dire need of a car because the car I had before that just like ended up breaking, right? So my brother was like, "Yo, I'll sell you this car, but obviously I'm gonna teach you how to drive it." I'm like, "All right, cool." So we're going around the block, and first time you're driving a stick shift, you can't time the clutch right. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like I couldn't get out of first gear. So here I am. I'm on the side streets, stuck in first gear, can't get the second. I got cars behind me, all pissed. You know what I'm saying? Honking their horn, going around me. And I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. So I ended up buying the car, but after a while, I was thinking like, man, I don't know if I should drive this, whatever. But that's all I drive now, man. Is like the car I got now. I got a 2013 Dodge Dart. Don't make fun of me.
I
But
already did, man. I made fun of your last interview.
hey, it was the last stick shift Dodge Dart they had in the lot. So when I went into the lot to get a new car at the time, I'm like, I want a stick shift.
Big
And
man in
that's
the
the
little
last.
car.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, this was bigger than our music. So I don't get stuck with this, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
this one's been treating me good, man. I got about 170,000 miles on it, no major fixes. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off,
I'm surprised they ain't had that cam work done on it yet. I know them things are notorious for losing their because I got that solenoid thing going
Yeah.
on in the head. I worked at Dodge like 2011 2012, and
Mm-hmm.
they came out with those Pentastars, those 3.6s, and we rebuilt them 100 200 miles on them. Replaced cam phasers, replaced camshafts, replaced cylinder heads, like no miles on them, like not even broke in. And
Damn.
yeah, and them darts, we just had to replace top ends on them because they just drop valves.
You know what? The only major replacement I've had to do on this thing was the bearings in the back.
The wheel
But that's
bearings.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been the typical shit like the lights and just stuff that's wear and tear. But that was the only big replacement I've had to do. Other than that, this thing's been treating me pretty good. So
How's the underbody on it?
shit, probably on its last leg. You know what I mean? Especially with these Minnesota winters, man,
Right.
because we drive it in the snow and then the salt hits the road. Like the salt eats away at this. So in the wintertime, I bring my car to the car wash like once or twice a month,
Yeah.
just to get that stuff knocked out. But on days like recently where we've had this cold snap, the last thing you want to do is take your car into a car wash because you might be stuck inside the damn thing.
I mean, I know when we were in when we were in
Mhm.
Michigan, they had heated car washes. Like the car wash would be spraying like 60 70 degrees, melt the snow off the bottom of it.
Yeah,
Mm.
like
You could
we
roll
got heat.
outside, it'd freeze, but the
Yeah,
car
yeah,
wash
yeah.
itself was heated.
We got heated car washes too. It's just that like the heat the dryer at the end of it. Sometimes it doesn't always. Obviously, it's not going
Yeah.
to dry the whole car off. But there's been times where I've had took my car to the car wash and my gas cap is frozen. So I'm in the gas station trying to get gas, and I got my key. I'm trying to chisel away at the damn cap. You know what I mean? To fill up my gas. So stuff like that. But
Get you a bottle of Windex, man. Just
yeah, I
spray it
should
down with Windex. The
should
alcohol and the sodium stuff in the Windex will dissolve the ice.
Mm.
That's how you de-ice your windshield without breaking it. Like when it gets really bad,
yeah.
because like you know
Mm.
I'm lazy and I'm not gonna stand out there in freezing ass cold scraping ice off my
Scraping
windshield.
some shit.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'll turn my truck on. I'll get out there and I'll just spray the windshield with Windex and just let it sit in my truck and watch it heat away. I'm like,
Well, that makes sense because the windshield cleaner will do the same shit usually.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And they have de-icer versions that are fancier colors, but it's the same stuff. And
Yeah.
you
Hmm.
can get a 2 gallon bottle of Windex from Costco for like $4, and it comes spray bottle and everything.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I never thought about that.
That's just me being old and lazy, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do you.
That sounds like the easiest way.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely lazy. It was the joy of being on my
That's
shoulders,
working
man.
smarter.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. So we are. This is unprecedented for me to have such a good conversation that doesn't directly involve music. But it's always dope chilling with people that had the same kind of structure and mindset and life goals and stuff. So
Yeah.
I never got a chance to ask you the interview questions, Jay. So I'm gonna go and hit you with them.
All right, bet.
Let me move this. All right. So where are you from?
I am from the planet. No, I'm playing. I'm from North Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah.
I was born over south, but I was pretty much raised over north most of my life. So,
Yup, yup. What got you into music?
um, it's just always been a thing for me. I guess it runs in the family.
Hmm.
My dad, my grandpa, my older brother, they were all very musical, and I picked up on it myself.
Yeah, boy. All right. What are your musical influences?
Um.
Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, I'm a big Swifty.
Carrie Underwood.
No.
Madonna.
Carrie Underwood.
He said
I'd
Carrie
say
Underwood.
my biggest influences would have had to been Tupac, Eminem, Michael Jackson, um, the two Bobs, both Bob Dylan and Bob Marley.
Yep.
Uh, I was actually a Will Smith fan growing up until he assaulted a wonderful comedian that I love. And no.
You mean DJ Jazzy Jeff? You talk about that? Threw him out his
Yeah,
house every
like
episode.
I man, like I had the greatest hit CD growing up as a kid. I loved it, man.
Bro,
I
Summertime
realized
was my
that
jam, man.
I
Summertime.
realized I wanted to do everything that Will Smith did at a point. I'm like, wait, I wanted to be a pilot as a kid. I'm like, damn, that's just Independence Day. And then I got into music. I'm like, fuck, now I'm just trying to be the Fresh Prince. Damn, I'm trying to be Will.
Hey, man, at least you ain't chasing that shit.
As long as I ain't smacking no comedians, I think I'm doing all right.
Hey
Bro,
man, the second we get in the studio and you tell me you want to do a remix of Big Willie style, that's when we're done.
dude, that would be
I'm trying.
hilarious, man. That would be so funny. I am 100% down for that. I want to see this happen.
I say we make a Nightmare on My Street series.
Bro, do it. Just do it. Bro,
That sounds like something we should be getting paid for. That's content for the Patreon, Jay.
Mike Myers and Freddy Krueger. Just get it. Mike
Oh shit, that would be crazy though, bro.
Mike Kettle and Jay Krueger.
And you got butter knives. You got butter knives.
Rude.
Yep.
You know they
Nah.
steak knives, man. They steak knives. Them
Butter
them
knives.
them $14 joints from Kmart. You know what I'm saying? They got the wood handles with the pins in them that come apart. They
You
all
gotta get
bent up to
scary
the side. You
Terry.
know what I'm saying?
Scary Terry. You better not let me see no toast.
You wrong for that. You wrong for that.
You got the dollar store ones too, the ones that break easily.
His sweater is red and green, like it's a Christmas Carol or something.
Yep. It still got the thrift store tag on it.
Right? He's got capris instead of khakis. You know what I'm saying,
Uh, you got some
bro?
cholos on and shit.
That's it's like, man, he just got some really bad acne. I don't know what's going on with his face.
Oh
Yeah.
hell no! He ain't even burned. He's just ugly.
That boy ain't got no damn
Y'all
Clearasil.
wrong for that. Y'all wrong for that. Oh
Yo,
Lord.
if you think this is bad, man, the conversations we have in the studio, dude, fucking get us canceled.
Bruh, he needs some echinacea. He just needs some echinacea. Get him some witch hazel, some astringent for his face. He'll be all good.
Hell
The baby powder.
no.
All right, all right, all right, all right. All right. So what do you do for fun?
Talk shit.
Right?
Talk shit. Nah, I guess I like the game. Really, I game and I come up with stories and shit when I'm not writing rhymes. So,
Yeah, boy. All right. Tell me about the most recent concert you attended.
Taylor Swift eras 20. No, I'm playing.
Bruh, I wouldn't put
Uh,
it past you, man. That was a banging concert, man. All the 19-year-old white girls was there. You could have
Yo,
got real lucky.
so I'm a bus driver, and I was driving through downtown at the time. And I'm thinking to myself, where the fuck are all these white women coming from? And then
Starbucks.
Right?
I saw the bus drive by. It said Era Store. I'm like, that makes sense. That explains it all.
Bruh. The rude
Oh
part about
man,
it,
I don't really go to a lot of concerts though, to be honest.
I mean, and that's the thing. That's kind of why I asked this question is because, like, me personally, when I go to concerts, I always go to hole in the wall bars. I go see people
Hmm.
that I heard about or somebody told me about. I've never been. I mean, I've been to like a Heart concert, but I was working. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I've seen Bob Seger, but I was working. I wasn't. I was at the
Hey,
facility doing something. I wasn't paying to go see him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
right.
It's
Now,
like,
last concert I was at, it was somebody I saw at an open mic, and I was like, "Yo, what are you doing next? I'd like to see you perform again," type of shit.
right? I mean, I'm all
You,
And
about
that was
supporting
years
artists.
ago. So,
you
All
know what
about it.
though? I will say though, one of the concerts I did get to go see. I don't go see many, and I haven't seen many, but I remember it had to be about 10, 11 years ago or so, maybe even longer than that. I got to go see Morris Day in the Time.
hey,
Remember at the Minnesota State Fair, they have like a free show every year. So they have like a certain act that comes and does like the free show. And so we're walking, and I hear Morris Day in the Time. I hear the bird, and I'm hearing all this funky shit. So we go over there, we check it
Losing the
out.
house.
Yeah, yo, I love Morris Day in the Time. That's my jam. So so in the middle of the concert, I call my mom, right? Because my mom loves all that old shit, right? Like Prince, Morris Day, right? So I call my mom. I don't even say anything. She answers the phone. I just hold the phone up to the ear and she hears the music. And she's like, "Where are you at?" I'm like, "I'm at the State Fair. Morris Day in the Times playing." She got super jealous. She still brings it up to this day.
That's Morris Day in the motherfucking Times.
Yeah, that reminds me of Jay and Silent Bob.
Bruh.
That was my shit.
Bruh, man, them in them days, man. All
I
right.
still jam to
Got to
Morris
catch
Day, man.
Smokey Robinson back in the day at Taste of Minnesota.
Oh yeah,
That was great.
All right. If you could perform anywhere, where would it be?
Um,
in the
it
bedroom.
would be
Rude.
in a
Just low key call
it
that
would be
man
in like a
bedroom.
tent somewhere, right? Like I'd be in like a tent somewhere out in like a desert with the Bedouin tribe or something. Just be real intimate, right? There'd be like some pretty little Arab chicks in the corner, and I'd just be doing my thing for like a group of maybe 10 15 people. I wouldn't
So
even want a
so
lot of people.
Bonnaroo VIP section.
Yeah, some type shit where I ain't even got to tell people put your phone in the bag because they ain't got phones.
Bro, you gonna be on the plane one day, and the stewardess gonna see you and be like, "Is this Snoop Dogg?"
It's just no.
They're just throwing names out at that point.
Now, what cracked me up when I saw that little video or whatever on the internet, my stepdad gets mistaken for Snoop Dogg all the goddamn time. So I'm like, I can see
Yeah,
that happening to him one day.
Bro, I
Pops.
met the
Yeah, at
dude.
first look, Pops looks like him.
I mean, I met the dude. He is a stick. Like, I'm 6 foot tall, and he made me feel short. You know what I'm saying? But he
Damn.
ain't about that big around. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like, I met like Dikembe Mutombo. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Mm.
dude. That dude is fucking huge,
Not
bro.
today.
Right. He sounds just like that too. By the way, he sounds just like that. He loves his fans. He always loves going because everybody called him out on the commercials and shit. He all for it. You know what I'm saying? I met him in '98. He came down and played. He played at the BBC. Is the Nuggets versus the Mavericks? I think they had a show here.
Man, he would have been fun to watch in his prime.
Bruh, that dude can get it. I'm talking about like whole court, like 4 seconds, 4 steps, just gone. You know what
God
I'm saying?
damn.
And like, it trips you out when like the shortest people on the bus is taller than you and you're a big old boy, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So like my homie's dad had a contract to bus these folks around to the airports and to the shows and get all the luggage and stuff. So, like I was a high schooler. They didn't pay me nothing, but I got all their bags and stuff off the bus and brought them in and carried the stuff in
Mhm.
and in exchange I got to watch the game and meet the players and that was like one of the dopest things I've ever done in my life and it happened
Hell
before
yeah.
I had any inclination of what it actually was, the seriousness of it. Before
You're
I
right.
before
You didn't
cameras were a
realize how big it
thing.
was.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, Spud Webb and Muggsy Bogues and Dikembe Mutombo and Alonzo Mourning, you know what I'm saying? 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 You know what I'm saying Okay, so I'm just a teenager. I have no idea what any of this means. I probably got your jersey somewhere because I'm a poser. I like basketball. But like, I want to know how many people does that happen to today? You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Richard. I don't know if you know who he is. You might be a little bit too young for that.
I remember Little Richard.
So like, one of my homies growing up was his nephew, and he used to attend our church when he was young. So like, every just randomly he would just show up, and people make a big deal about it, and I'm like, it's Daryl's uncle. You know what I'm saying? And like, I tell people that story when I'm 40, they're like, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, Mike Epps was in town. He did stand up. Cool dude, cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Had no idea. Didn't know who it was. Didn't get a picture. Nothing. I was just sitting bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder how many times that happens to kids these days. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Like Cat Williams is in town and he went to some restaurants and like folks just walking past him like they didn't know who he was. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I would say I'd love to sit down and like kick it and have a drink with Cat, but I think we've all seen how that went recently.
Bro, he would have so many things to say about you if you managed to catch his
Having
radar.
a conversation with Cat would be like having a conversation with Jada Pinkett at this point.
Bruh.
You're gonna find out all types of shit you ain't even know you needed to know, but now you want to know.
Would you like to
Now
place
you
your
like,
bet?
hold on, wait, pause, tell me more, man. Hold on.
What was that? Huh?
Forget whatever the fuck we was about to do. Keep going on your rant, cause I need to know everything.
Bruh. Bruh. I mean, like low key, I would be a fly on the end of the walls just to be like, I'm not nosy, but that's funny. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like
Like,
everybody,
Cat, you crazy, man. You should be telling all this shit. But come on, tell me more.
bruh. Like, I mean, like just you, me, and apparently the internet. I really feel bad for Will Smith because didn't nobody know any of this stuff when it happened. They were just like, this dude was up in his feelings about somebody insulting his old lady, and he took it out on an unsuspecting person. And now it turns out that there is a pretty obvious reason why, because she was apparently just banging everybody. Chris Rock might have got some, you know what I'm saying? Everybody hates Chris except Jada, you know what I'm saying? He might have been making bad jokes in that bedroom. It might have been something Will heard overnight. He'd be like, "Man, that's the voice I heard."
And the messed up thing is that when Chris told the joke, Will laughed.
Bro, that was not a laugh. That was
Hey,
you saw that, right? That wasn't a laugh. That was a fuck you up, man.
hey,
You know what I'm saying?
I bet you Jada shot him that look like you better fucking do something.
Bro, you know she
And
was
that's
like,
and that's when Will popped up
It
and
was
gave the
probably
smoothest
one of them
backhand you could
nervous
ever see.
laughs.
right. That's what
Man,
I'm
It
saying.
was a
That was
nervous laugh. Oh shit! I ain't finna hear the end of this one
right.
tonight.
This is you.
And then he saw that look at Janice face. He was like, "Oh fuck, I got to do something
You
now."
done messed up my whole night with this, man. Why you gonna do this to
Like,
me, man?
damn, Chris, I gotta do this. Why you make me do this, man?
Bro, why you got to say that,
You ready?
man?
Like, bro, you ready, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That wasn't no laugh. He wasn't giggling about that. He was like, my whole life finna be over right now. Let's just go
The
and get
way
it
he
over with.
slapped him told me he didn't want to slap the man.
He
He
didn't want to
had
hit that
to.
man. He didn't want it. It was the most dramatic, actor-ridden fucking slap I ever seen in my life.
no. That dude was like that. Yeah, this was like one of them opera smacks.
Right.
Like, one
You know what
of
I'm
them
Man,
saying?
old timey
and
slaps.
let's be real. Who the hell was talking about the Oscars before that slap? I
Nobody.
didn't know the Oscars were
Nobody.
happening until somebody messaged me and said, "Did you just hear that Will Smith slapped Chris?" And I said, "What? What was that?" He said, "Right now. It's on right now." I said, "Get out of here!" And what did
Hey,
I do?
you know what though?
I got
You know
on
what though?
the Oscars.
It worked because it was on every
It
fucking
worked.
headline and tabloid for like a month straight after that.
That man
It
all of a sudden
worked.
got famous real quick.
Who was talking about Chris Rock before then?
Nobody. All of a sudden he got him some Netflix specials out of it. So
Oh man, it said he called in 15 minutes.
yeah, buddy. I actually sent the invite from the wrong Gmail. I have a business workspace account that I meant to send the meet invites from, but I only get an hour on my personal one.
All
But
right.
that being said, we've been talking almost 45 minutes and we still ain't got to the interview list.
And maybe we can make 2 separate videos and then mash them into one.
Oh man! All right. Do you have any current projects that you want to tell everybody about? I only got two more questions.
So we were working on some new albums that we're in the process of considering. Maybe we should just drop singles, but like we were saying earlier, we could always start with the singles and then push it into an album later.
Yep, I can't wait to hear it.
Um, so that's really the main thing right now is we wanted to explore on one side a whole new like area of music that we've never done before
Yep.
and going into like a blues and rock direction. And then while at the same time kind of returning to our roots and getting back into like a boom bap area.
Okay. So, like, if you want a good example of how that can work, listen to
Hmm.
Upstairs, and then listen to the rock remix I did with Nick Lang UK. Like,
Upstairs.
yeah, Upstairs is a song off my second album, I believe. I think it's on my second
Okay.
album. It's been a long time since I released that, and I've slept since then. But like, I released a song. He listened to it. He loved it. He said, "You know what? Why is that? Why is that violin that needs to be distorted guitar?" He's like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? He's like, instead of D and B, let's slam drum it. You know what I'm saying? So if you listen to those two songs back to back, they have the same feel, but they're just performed differently. So
Bet I'll have to check that out.
yeah, yeah. All right. Any last shout outs to anybody you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, the fine spaghetti monster. No, I'm playing.
Cthulhu.
Um, Cthulhu, yes. Shit, I'd like to thank everybody who supported the album. Everyone who's been sharing it. Um, yeah, people have been posting videos with the music. It's really been. I can't I can't even put it into words. It's been huge, and I'm excited to keep sharing new things with everybody and to keep taking it further and to push new limits.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, that is the end of my interview question list.
Hey,
It's
you know what though?
what's up?
There's one thing I will announce before we dip out, and so me and Jay, we haven't officially gotten it back yet, but we sent it to the individual, right? So me and Jay, we have another big collab coming up with the artist that we both admire, and
Carrie Underwood.
it, that's the next one. But
Sorry, not her.
so
The different one.
You were
so
close with the carry.
yeah,
It's
so what?
Mariah.
Yeah,
Mariah.
right.
Had that
So
Christmas album going, bruh.
we gonna slide to the countryside. No, but
Bro, Post Malone did it. Why not?
right. So without completely giving it away, I will say he's a hip hop artist from Tennessee. He's been in the game for a very long time. Um, he's an Academy Award winner, and he was signed with Hypnotize Mind. So that's 3 hints I can give you, and we're hoping to have that song released sometime soon.
Post your
So
guess
Wait,
in the
I
comments
have no
below.
clue. Who the hell is that?
Right? Post your
okay,
guess in the comments below. Let us
Your
know who
hints
it is.
haven't helped me at all. I
yo,
don't know who that
yeah,
is.
for real. You can go on Google and type in those 3 hints, and you'll get the answer right away.
It's Juvenile.
Back that ass up. No, I wish.
All right, all
I'd
right,
get
all
Juvie.
right.
I'd work with Juvie in a heartbeat, man.
Bruh, man.
Here's my dream request for the next feature. I want Titty Boy. Not 2 Chains. Titty Boy.
Bruh. Like, I think y'all would kill with like some Texas drill or something like that. Like
Texas drill. I'm not even familiar with Texas drill.
like
Like,
like
All right, now I
that
gotta look into
Mexican
that now.
OT.
Oh yeah,
Plug
yeah,
Big X the plug.
yeah. I just,
hmm.
I just,
Or
I just
or
started getting into some Mexican
Paul
OT stuff.
Wall. that'll give it to you.
Oh wow. Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I'm
All
saying?
doing drill now?
I mean, that's where that whole vibe comes from. It's very punk rock.
It's all built off of like that
Yeah,
chopped and screwed movement.
yeah.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
I gotta check it out.
So it's like
I gotta check it out.
it's all like 130, 140 BPM with not a really well defined chorus or anything. It's like verse on
Hmm.
verse on verse song, and
Okay.
they usually talk about some crazy shit like your chicken. You know what I'm saying? Your boots, your truck. You know, just ridiculous shit. So that
Blue
same
jeans and cold beer.
right, that same vibe that every country song ever has ever had ever, but with
Right.
rap. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude goes by Lone Star Luchador. You know what I'm saying?
Lone Star Luchador. That's some Texas shit for real.
Right,
That's the
right,
most Texas name I've ever
right.
heard.
And I mean, like I feel bad. Dude can rap. You know what I'm saying?
Lone Star Luchador. I love it.
He got a very distinct style that you know who
He's
he
my
is,
favorite rapper already, and I ain't even heard him spit yet.
Yo,
bruh,
with that name, if rapping don't work, he could be a pro wrestler.
bro. Dude's got Jack Black tattooed on his chest. Like swear to God.
Ah,
Wow.
shit.
Like I it's probably not actual Jack Black, but he's got a luchador tattooed on his chest.
I
And
wonder if he has a Mucha Lucha tattoo.
he's shaped like me, so it's definitely an interesting looking tattoo.
I mean, I like Tenacious D, but probably not enough to get a tattoo of Jack Black.
Bruh, like people legit thought Jack Black was Mexican though, for real. Like people
I feel like I
legit
would
thought
so get a Step Brothers tattoo though.
You would.
I can
I
see it.
get Dylan Brennan tattooed on my chest.
I can see it.
Both their faces.
Are we
And
best
then a
friends now?
yeah. You got, and then your next tattoo is gonna be nutsack on the drum set.
So legit, I was supposed to get a tattoo today, but my tattoo artist was still iced in. He couldn't get out of his driveway. So
Oh
I'm
man.
getting this section right here filled in probably next week or two. And I was thinking about getting this logo here, but I might just go and get me a Step Brothers tattoo. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You need a conversation starter, and that's the perfect one.
Bruh.
That would be fly, bro. Like I want one now. That
Yeah,
just might be my next tat.
you got to tramp stamp it though. And that's the real conversation starter. You got to tramp stamp
Tramp stamp it.
it. And then get a
And I'll
butterfly
kiss
print.
you right in the mouth, Kenny Rogers.
The clown has no penis.
Oh, it's those real. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with y'all? Reason why they call y'all statues. Can't nobody move around y'all.
Man.
Hey, we have conversations like this every time we link up. That might be a problem.
Bro, that's friendships right there, man. Friendships is magic. Some goddamn Care Bears through here.
Hell no.
Bro, I don't know if you remember the adult Care Bears. It was a big thing in like the late '90s, early 2000s. Like they had a
All Care
green
Bears?
Care Bear with like a marijuana leaf on them, and like it had red eyes and everything. You know what I'm saying?
I found my Halloween costume now.
Bro, get it. I need some pictures. You know what I'm saying? I need to see all of this.
Shit would be fucking
Your
hilarious.
daughter would hate you for ruining it for her. You know that, right?
Oh, dude. Pull up to her school
She
wearing it.
probably wouldn't even know. She'd be like, Daddy's a teddy bear.
Why is his eyes bloodshot? Like, don't worry about
Can he see when he's squinting like that?
Daddy,
Why
are
is
you
it-
a gummy bear?
it. Yeah. Why are you sweating? You're not even far away.
Oh Lord, Lord have
Daddy
mercy.
got a funny flower on his chest.
And a tramp stamp.
He's got a Will Ferrell tramp stamp. Oh my God. Oh Lord, I swear to God, if somebody don't get that tattoo, I'm rioting. Somebody gotta get it now.
Somebody got to get it and then email one of us.
If
I'll
you're
put
an
it on
I
the
got a
text.
stomach full of
man,
white dog shit, and I lay this shit on
Yeah.
me.
Bro, you should get the tattoo of just the bunk beds collapsed on each other. That way, people really got to be a fan to know what it is.
Yes. Yeah.
And then underneath that, it's gonna
Oh
say no regrets.
man.
No records.
No regrets.
No, what the hell was he asking him as he jumped out of the bed? It was, oh shit.
Oh yeah, something about like liking guacamole or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you like guacamole? Dum, 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 dum. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to ask you, do you like guacamole? Oh,
Oh, Lord. All right, so we
God.
are out of time this time. Got to keep it under an hour, apparently. It's been cool chatting with you guys again. I'm glad to have part 2 of the Statues interview done.
It's been fun.
It has been a blast. I plan on part 3 in person coming up this summer. Y'all
Hey
need to
man,
Sounds like a plan.
I love doing this stuff, man. We can do this whenever, man.
I'm
This is
telling you,
fun.
it gets really hot down here during the summer. Y'all need to make sure you got the proper britches. It
I'm
gets
wearing
it
Man.
gets
I'm
real
wearing the
hot.
chaps.
Like 102 in the shade, hot, and it's
Oh, man.
wet. It's 100% humidity.
Oh, and humid.
Yeah,
Man,
Oh man.
that's
Okay,
swamp
that,
ass
that
for real.
sounds like Minnesota in August.
but just most of the women they dress for the occasion. That's the best part of living in the South. Don't let my wife hear that. I ain't saying
You gonna put us in the doghouse, man.
I love you, baby. Them Daisy Dukes is just for us. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it's been a blast. Thank you guys
For
again.
real.
Y'all
Thank you,
take
brother.
it easy.
Appreciate it.
And
All
I'll hit you
right.
up as soon as I can.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Sure, take it easy.
You too. Peace, brother.